Okay, so in the previous video I went over the move 6 c6 for black, and after the Catalan, the starting moves of Catalan, and then this is the black's main try to go into the closed Catalan. So here in this video, I'll continue and uh, analyze black's main move with 7 knight to d7. The other video covered b6 and a5, which are black's other tries. After knight d7, um, white's main moves are queen d3 and b3. I don't like the b3 systems too much because uh, this whole way of playing with bishop b2 and stuff doesn't feel too natural or like the Catalan. So queen d3 is what I analyze, and then after b6, which is black's main only move to make sense of his play and try to develop his bishop, white should play e4 and expand in the center, which is why he played queen d3 and knight c3 in the first place. And now um, white or black has a few options. dc4 just doesn't work too well, but it might seem natural, and here white just gets there's a center for no compensation at all, really, because he can just continue developing normally with like bishop f4 and put a rook on d1, and then let's say if black plays c5, just make a pass pawn, get the strong pawn on d5. So dc4 isn't that great. D takes e4, not that great either. Knight takes e4, and then if you take on e4, this is actually a line that can happen from the closed Catalan with 7 or 6 knight to d7 instead of 6 c6. It transposed, but after knight takes e4, queen takes, bishop b7, rook d1, this bishop's hanging, so now he still can't play c5. Knight f6, queen c2, and black still can't play c5 because of the d file, and now after he tries to move his queen, c5 just shuts down the whole idea, and just black has huge problems. So after d4, black can also try to play bishop b7, but here black gets to play c5 after knight c3, but white gets the pass pawn on d5, and his position is just comfortable, and I think he has an edge. So that's why black's main option is bishop a6, but I think the option with black's move with bishop b7 on is like it's not played that much, but it's a good option to equalize because the main move here in the Grandmaster game or in the Master games are e5. But I think after e5, black equalizes after takes, and knight d5. Compared to some other positions you can get with the closed center, black already traded a pair of knights, and his counterplay on the queen side is seems to be a lot quicker than whatever king side attack white is going to try to pull off. So, for example, like here, I think black is doing fine. So that's why I think the move, okay, bishop f4, I don't think this is too great for white either, but it's just another move. So that's why I think out of all the options white has, CD5 is the best because after c takes an e5, black has to play knight e4, or else if he plays knight e8, he gets a position like in the e5 variation, except his queenside play is way slower and he didn't trade a pair of knights, so this knight's just passive. And like he has a lot of issues. So here after knight e4, um, instead of taking, white can play knight e2, and then black has to respond accurately or else he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Let's say after we move the knight to e1, and then we're already threatening f3. Um, like a lot of it, black can get in trouble in a lot of the lines, uh, because the knight on e4 will be vulnerable, and it can become an issue for him really quickly. So that's why the engine's top line is queen c8 here, and I think if your opponent somehow finds this move or knows this move, you have to pretty much give up on this whole idea of trapping the knight because um, this line with queen d1 and then trying to hold on with uh, knight e1. Like, I'll just show you the line, but white sacrifice in exchange, and I don't really like white's position here because it looks like black is doing just fine, and he's up in exchange, and white has to prove the compensation here. So that's why if black does find queen c8 after queen d1 and bishop a6, I think white's better off just playing normal moves here and going for this close position. Where I think this is white still has nice chance or fine chances to try to play for an edge or an advantage because I mean space is everything. He has like this space in the middle of the board, and black's play doesn't seem too great here, and white can continue to expand with like h4, h5. Those were black's other options, but black's main option is bishop a6, and here b3 is necessary for white, and after rook c8, which is the main move, white can play rook d1, but this just allows a mess with c5, and I don't think that's really that fun because black, we just get a bunch of messy positions. But after e5, knight e8, let's say rook d1, and knight c7 and a4, I mean, black could probably play some other moves to close position, but this is basically what we're going for, and white uh, has so much space here and is already a little better, I think. So, I mean, instead of after bishop a6 and b3, black can try some other moves like taking on e4 here doesn't seem too bad for him. But like he still has weaknesses, and um, I think white is still doing good here. After d takes c4, and then if black tries to open the center with e5, black's point is like here. This goes into forcing line, or like after g5, this whole line. I think black is doing fine. So knight e2, queen c7, queen c2, rook e8, bishop b2, for example. And now white, I think, is doing a little better with the strong center and uh, like here. I think white is doing a little better. So um, that's it for this video because there's after black's main line in the c6, 6c6 move order with knight, and then after knight d7, which is the main line. Um, these are all black's main ways to get different positions with bishop a6, bishop b7, and all of these different moves. But uh, yeah, I think white is doing fine and can get an edge in all of these positions. So if you want to see the other moves, um, like in this position, like b6 and a5, check out my last video, my previous video. It covers that, and then the move order for black starting with knight d7. I covered that in two previous videos. Uh, and then another sideline in the Closed Catalan I also covered there. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed.